Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 512 379, or 0777 255 or email us mayoba, mayoubahs at yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
When chicken say, it's a gossip. When chicken say, it's a foxy. Dawa every day activities. 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 Dawa every day activities.
Good morning to the people of Liberia. We are back here again on another brand new presentation of the program from the Pre-News. Today is Monday, the 4th of March, 2024. It's good to be here. My name is Wendell Nimne, and I'm here with my co-host Esther Daku. Esther, good morning.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to the good people of Liberia. It's good to be back. Today is Monday, and of course, we're here with, I believe, a lot. Good morning to you, Gus.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Liberia. Gus Coleman, glad to be here.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And today, Esther and I, together with Gus, we will be sharing with you two online versions of the Front Page Africa newspaper and the Daily Observer. Today is March 4th. So those of you celebrating your birthday, wedding, anniversary, whatever occasion, we say enjoy your day to the best of your ability. All right, so let's run with stories from the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. It says here, jitters about war and economic crimes court as U.S. Global Criminal Justice Ambassador arrives, resolution looms. And what is here this morning? It says here, as war and economic crimes court resolution comes before the lower house this week, U.S. Ambassador at Large for Global Criminal Justice set to engage key stakeholders on major push to bring perpetrators of the civil war to justice, a matter of urgency. Ambassador Beth Van Schack is making her second trip to Liberia in 5 months. If her last trip is an engaging point to what will unfold this week, when she meets with key stakeholders in Liberia, the point advisor to the U.S. Secretary of State on issues relating to war crimes and crimes against humanity and genocide, will have her hands full in what is poised to be a critical period in the U.S. effort to bring perpetrators of Liberia's civil war to justice, a major turning point towards the establishment of a war and economic crimes court. For Ambassador Van Schack, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission has some useful recommendations to address war crimes and atrocities. We encourage those in positions of power to look very carefully at those recommendations. It is never late to dispense justice. The individuals who suffer the crimes are still calling for justice, and those who represent them should look into those calls, the ambassador said back in October. Timing is everything. In December 2009, the TRC completed its final report containing findings, determinations, and recommendations made by the Commission to the National Legislature. The report contains major findings on the root causes of the conflict, the impact of the conflict on women, children, and the generality of the Liberian society, responsibility for the massive commission of gross human rights violations and violations of international humanitarian law, international human rights law, as well as egregious domestic law violations. Liberia's civil war began in 1989, though most violence ended in 1997. Renewed clashes in 2003 drew international attention and led to the deployment of the United Nations peacekeeping force to the country. An estimated 150,000 people, 1 in 20 Liberians, died in the conflict, which involved widespread killing and rape of civilians and forced recruitment of child soldiers. In 1989, Charles Taylor led an incursion from the northeast, marking the start of the Civil War. Taylor had cultivated the external support of Burkina Faso, Libya, and Cote d'Ivoire, and his internal support came mainly from Guillos and Manos. After just a few months of fighting, the Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia split from Taylor and the MPFL. The IMPFL assassinated President Doe in 1990, but fighting continued between those armed forces of Liberia, the MPFL, and the IMPFL. Timing is everything. The ambassador's visit comes on the eve of a significant turn in the quest for justice for victims of the Civil War. Rep. Somoke Moba, Independent District, number 3, Monserrato County, will be putting a resolution on the floor of the lower house this week, calling for the establishment of a War and Economic Crimes Court for Liberia. And so that's the story. So the War Crimes Court thing is gaining momentum. And Prince Johnson, don't tune. Just get yourself ready to be turned over. Let's move on with more stories. Let's get to this one. It says, Police Inspector General confirms officers fired at King George demonstrators and alleges protesters used single-barrel guns against police. Within 2 days after the report of loss of lives by state security officers in both Grand Cape Mount County and the township of Caldwell have raised serious concerns from several individuals in and out of Liberia. At the press conference held at the national headquarters of Liberia, National Police Inspector General Colonel Gregory Coleman disclosed the death of 2 protesters from the violence in Grand Cape Mount County who died because of shooting from officers of the Liberia National Police. His peace protest by aggrieved residents of Gogoma, Grand Cape Mount County on Thursday, February 29, turned bloody as aggrieved protesters destroyed facilities of B. Martin, a mining company operating in the county. At least 2 protesters were killed and dozens injured. The protesters accused the company of bad labor practices since the company embarked on expansion last year. It has over 4,000 employees and over 6,000 contractors, many of whom are natives of the county. The protesters were reportedly having a peaceful procession near the company's facility. They had earlier vowed to continue until the management of the company listens to their demands. A police officer who was on the scene last Thursday told a local radio station in an interview and denied the allegations that police fired at the protesters. We did not fire a shot at anybody, and even when our men were provoked by protesters, we still did not retaliate, he said. However, addressing journalists over the weekend during his first press conference as Police Inspector General, Colonel Coleman, under the new government, said the protesters wounded 9 police officers as some protesters were using single-barrel rifles. In return, Colonel Coleman said the police retaliated and 2 protesters were killed. As it relates to the firearm being in the protest, it is evidence. You all can go to JFK Hospital. I will ask the doctors with the permission of the officers so that their medical records can be released to you all, indicating that their wounds were consistent with pellets of artisanal weapons, just as the wounds of those who are deceased are consistent with the ammunition that were carried, police IG said. Colonel Coleman added that among the video that the LMP has already released online in real time, you will see 2 of the protesters with single barrels, one person trying to reload the single barrel and the other person with the single barrel rifle in his hands. This is a clear indication that, yes, there were weapons in the crowd from the video footage, inconsistent with the wounds of the police officers. According to him, 23 protesters were arrested, 3 females and 20 males, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police asserted. And we'll leave the story right there and take more stories. Let's jump to another story here. And let's get to this one. All right, let's get to this one. Yeah. Okay, I'm there. It says LRA Commissioner General issues stern warning. Don't pay bribe and pledges to raise US $1 billion revenue in 2 years. James Jalla, the new Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority, has sounded a warning to the business community and fellow government officials and commerce and internal staff that under his watch, it would not be business as usual. At his commissioning ceremony as the new CG, Jalla called on the business community to engage in fair dealings with the LRA and not to resolve paying bribes as a means to get things done. We want to admonish the business people that if you do business properly, we will work with you. If you have a challenge and difficulty, come to us. We will try to solve those difficulties and challenges, said Mr. Jalla. Don't pay money for them. The challenges you may have can be resolved without using money. Just make sure your documents are in order. Don't pay bribes. If you are abiding by the laws, there is no need to pay a bribe to obtain service from the government of Liberia. Jalla has had an illustrious career in both the governmental and non-governmental sector. He served as Executive Director of the Public Procurement Concession Commission, PPCC, during Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. Prior to his appointment by President Joseph Numa Boakai as Commissioner General, Jalla served as country representative of Carter Center in Liberia. He said under his watch, the LRA will review all of the incentives that have been provided to concession agreements and other investments to ensure they are in Liberia's interest. And everything else going forward, we are going to review all of them to be able to give adequate advice in terms of revenue implications. And where we see that the rest of government wants to move in the direction that is not in the country's best interest, we will go on record to officially object it and make sure that we will not honor whatever comes from there. Jalla's immediate predecessor, the late Thomas Dona, like Jalla, upon taking over during the Wyatt Taylor administration, promised to hit US $1 billion in revenue, although he did not achieve that mark until his demise. The LRA generated over $600 million in revenue 5 over successive years. The Wiyatela administration blamed the drawdown of the United Nations peacekeeping mission, COVID-19, and the Ukraine war as stumbling blocks to this goal. Speaking at his commissioning ceremony held at the LRA office in Painesville, Jala said with the level of work done by his predecessor, Thomas Dodna, raising over $600 million annually, he is confident working with the staffs of the LRA to raise the revenue to $1 billion in his first 2 years as Commissioner General. I am firm believer and very optimistic person that in 1 year we are going to raise the revenue from US 600 million to 1 billion, and in 2 years we will raise the revenue to 2 billion, LRA new boss said. And we wish you all the best there. The new Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority, Double Jala. So let's see whether we can squeeze in one more story, and then we send controls to Esther to bring us more stories. And let's see what we have next. I'm trying to get to this story. Right. Let me see where is it. Something I ran through this morning. Let me see what I can get to it. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Yep. Okay. No, this is a very old story. Well, let me just bring you this one quickly. Then Esther is going to bring us is that the Daily Observer, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Observer.
So this is what took place in Caldwell over the weekend. Anti-power theft conflict in Caldwell takes a fatal turn for the 2-year-old Josephus Tukwe dies amidst tussle. And this is I know this dude very well. Yeah, I knew him very, very well, this dude. The young widow families and neighbors of Josephus S. Tukwe, the 42-year-old man reportedly killed in cold blood by the LEC anti-power theft team, with at least 2 PSU officers of the LMP are demanding justice for their loss. On Friday, March 1, a team of at least 9 members, accompanied by 2 officers from the police support unit of the Liberia National Police bearing firearms, embarked on the abnormal anti-power theft exercise in the Caldwell, New Georgia Community Township of Caldwell in Montserrat County Electoral District number 15. Unfortunately, the exercise ended with the sudden death of a 42-year-old Tukwe on the same day, on grounds that he was allegedly involved in an illegal connection on the power line of the Liberia Electricity Corporation in his personal built house in the same area. Many eyewitnesses said bitter exchanges ensued between the victim and the anti-power theft officers, as well as 2 officers of the LMP, when they accused him of illegally connecting current from the LEC pole to his house. But Tukwe clarified that his actively reading meter was placed inside the house to prevent criminals from stealing it, as it often happened. A few minutes after the deceased was confronted, he left the scene, but he abruptly received a phone call from his biological father, who told him via the call that he was needed urgently to see something. Upon his return, he and the anti-power theft team got into another argument regarding the same matter. This time, they began calling him a criminal, which prompted him to flee the scene, anticipating uncertainty. Frederick X. Seeger, one of the victims of the alleged brutal actions of both the LEC team and PSU officers, told Front Page Africa that the entire anti-power theft crew, including the PSU officers, relentlessly pursued the fellow, chanting "rogue, rogue." Seeger added that the victim fell in a potato greens garden, but managed to enter his mother's house about 15 minutes walk away from where the confrontation began. Speaking further on the incident, saying on Saturday morning, March 2nd, Seagat said the guys of the exercise were very hostile in their approach. Even when the victim sought refuge in his mother's house, they still pursued him to manhandle him. The resident added that he quickly recognized Tupe leaning against a wall and excessively panting prior to his death in the house, noting that he firmly told the anti-power team and the police that the fellow was not a criminal. Despite this clarity, Seagat said in no time he and two of the power theft team members engaged in a heated argument as one of the LEC guys reportedly slapped the alleged criminal in the face, even though the victim could not retaliate due to his unconscious state. According to him, the anti-power theft team members and the male PSU officer were smelling of alcohol, while the officers did not have his police assigned badge number on his uniform but had a firearm in his hand. Seagat also narrated that when the house was open, the other 7 members of the anti-power theft team rushed in, and one took off his working helmet and allegedly hit the already unconscious Tube on the head. He noted that the guys also used other working tools, including their specialized iron they used for climbing poles, while the male police officer cruelly used the butt of his AK-47 gun to hit Tube in the chest and head. I was the only man, along with 2 women, my mother and another with 2 kids, in the house to battle them because Tube was helpless. 4 of them even attacked me by shocking my neck and using their pliers on my neck and side. As you can see, the bruises, Seagat emotionally explained with tears rolling down his eyes. And we'll leave the story right here. And those are all the stories we can share with you this morning from the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. We now send controls to Esther to bring us few stories from the Daily Observer newspaper.
All right, this morning the Daily Observer is right before me because this is the online version. We will be looking at who's illegally sweeping Bwaka's nominee. It's a question right here. That's the top story here. And this one says UL gets new board chair. So there's a new board chair for the University of Liberia. And it says the Board of Trustees of the University of Liberia has unanimously elected Grenville County Senator nominee T.H. Batikwa Senior as the new chairperson of the University Board of Trustees. He replaces fellow Southeasterner and Sino County Electoral District 3 Representative Dr. Matthew G. Zaza. Senator Batikwa was elected Friday, March 1, 2024 during the board's first quarterly meeting for the year 2024 in a conference room at the administrative building on US campus, as the Capitol Hill campus. Prior to his election, Senator Batikwa served as chairman of the ad hoc investigative committee between the UL faculty and students and as acting chairperson of the Board of Trustees since Rep. Zaza had recused himself to pursue the senatorial seat of Sino County and was defeated during the 2023 representative elections. Rep. Zaza served as chairperson of the UL's Board of Trustees from August 18, 2019. 2019. This 2020 stuff is so February 29, 2024. Succeeding former Vice President Joel Howard Taylor, former VP Taylor served as the chairperson of the UL's Board of Trustees when she was senator for Bon County, but resigned when elected as vice president. The current chairperson of the UL Board of Trustees, Senator Batikwa, earned his BSc in secondary education from William V. S. Todman Teachers College, University of Liberia. He obtained 2 master's degrees, one in education, administration, and supervision, and another in international relations. Senator Batikwa is the Senate's chairperson on concessions and investment and the chairman of the Grenville County Legislative Caucus. Well, let's leave it there and look at more stories. It says, we are administration blamed for deadly Kinjor protests. We'll take some lines from this story. The recent deadly clashes in Kinjor, Grand Cape County have prompted questions about the causes of the violence as investigations into the root cause of the fracas have been launched. However, the Bwaka administration is accusing former President George Weah and his Coalition for Democratic Change government for sowing seeds of discord in the area. Newly confirmed Information Minister Jerolimic Matthew Pierce said the protest that resulted in one confirmed death, despite initial reports indicating three casualties, stemmed from the presence of armed officers of the Armed Forces of Liberia in the Mountain Mining Company concession area. Pierre noted that the decision of the WIA administration to deploy armed soldiers to protect the company's facilities, equipment, and personnel has since caused anger among residents, thereby building up tension that erupted into the violence last week. In a tragic turn of events, a staged protest on Thursday, February 29, escalated in violence as the company's concession area in Grand Cape County, resulting in the loss of one life and leaving several others wounded. Tensions flared between officers of the Liberian National Police and the aggrieved citizens, highlighting the simmering discontent surrounding mining operations in the region. The protest, which initially begun as a peaceful demonstration, by local residents voicing grievances against the operations of the mining company, quickly escalated into a confrontation between protesters and law enforcement personnel. Reports suggest that clashes erupted as police attempted to disperse the crowd, leading to a chaotic and violent exchange. Amidst the chaos, an individual lost his life, succumbing to injuries sustained during the clashes. Additionally, several others suffered varying degrees of injuries, further exacerbating the already tense situation. In response to the violence, the newly elected lawmaker of Grand Cape County District 2, Mohammed Dorsey, gave his blessing to the ongoing protests against the Mountain Mining Company. He told residents of Gogoma, Grand Cape County, that they were unhappy in the level of bad labor practices at the mines and that it was time to protest. After the meeting, the protesters were secured to embark on their actions. As a result, several properties of the company, including the newly constructed vocational school building, were damaged as well as earth moving equipment. The protesters later set ablaze at the home of one Boaka Lassanan Tarafino, a citizen of the county. He contested against Representative Dorsey in the 2023 legislative election. On his official Facebook page, Tarafino accused Dorsey of the arson attack on his home. Prior to that, Representative Dorsey, with a large followers should be, arrived at the site on Thursday, February 29, following a meeting he had with citizens in the town of Gogoma Camp Matambo corridor. The chiefs and elders said they were protesting due to the presence of armed men and bad labor practices at the mine. Well, we want to stop you here. We want to stop you here. Still, I did not get that part I talk about. We are administration blamed for deadly Kinjor protests. Right. So RG Coleman to make LMP robust again. And it's right here, RG Coleman to make you all that's the LMP robust. Sorry. It says the Liberian National Police has initiated an ambitious investigative initiative to bring to book perpetrators of crimes committed in recent years that were unresolved and inconclusive. The LMP is also strategizing how to combat the wave of crimes that have taken place across the country in recent times, especially prior to the ascendancy of the Unity Party-led government. Against this backdrop, Police Chief Gregory Coleman has launched an unprecedented crackdown on crime, a link with President Bwaka's promise to uphold justice and the rule of law. Coleman's latest effort aimed to solve cold cases and tackle the increasing crime rates in the country. Let's look up more. LRA's new CG, James Dobojala, takes over. It's on the front page here too. LDEA naps too with huge quantity of banned substances. Well, that's good news. And modern health facility in sight for lawmakers on Capitol Hill. That is another one. Finally, House concern about delay in submission of 2024 budget. We'll take a few lines and we send controls to Wendell. Let's take some lines from this story. It says the House of Representatives has instructed its chief clerk to write to the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Boyma Kamara, to inquire about the extreme delay in the submission of the 2024 national budget. The House from whence all bills for raising revenue shall originate voted unanimously on Thursday, February 29, to ensure that the finance minister is engaged so that the lawmakers can be informed whether there is any hurdle that is impeding progress on the submission of the budget. About 34 days ago, Thursday, January 25, the House of Representatives unanimously voted to retain the 2024 national draft budget submitted by former President George Weah to newly inducted President Joseph N. Boakai for realignment with the new government's development agenda. In the spirit of collaboration, the House's decision aimed to allow President Boakai to tailor the budget to his IREST agenda, which involves incentives for agriculture and access to appropriate technologies for farmers, as well as improved market trade, food storage and processing, among others. The arrest agriculture goes rule of law, education, sanitation, tourism. The development trajectory President Boakai has set for his administration. The returned budget was US 782.9 million, though it was later recast at US 759.4 million. The delay of the 2024 budget since its return is causing members of the House of Representatives to voice their concerns, especially with 14 days to their first constituency break, which is expected to begin on the third Friday in March, the 15th instant. Without that's what we can take from the online version of the Daily Observer. Let's send controls to you.
Thank you very much, Esther, for that splendid reading. And so, folks, we're going to take our break. When we come back, you're going to be hearing from Gus. And right after Gus, we'll be taking our talking points this morning. And just join those of you who will have the time to partake. So let's take word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Gammersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255-030, or email us mayoba, mayoubahs @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Gaston, boy. Hey, Gaston, moi, toi, on va passer à côté. Tiens-moi, mais on tient, moi, we're only down face.
For what's a blood?
What table, man, pisse, les mains, what table, pisse.
No, come parler.
Brain. No, stop it. You can't do that. Are you a brain human being? Let me know that roast fee. Huh? Let me know that roast fee. You tell human being you're a brain human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday, I was coming from Keba. A brother walk along truck. I said, they said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men across the keke men get and they said they want point the driver in the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take them to the police station, based upon the police who investigation, they will tell you that they may that criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
Why you moppy?
Yeah, come here. You go to ask me as I do. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, yeah, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law. Nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
So say who?
so say oh man, same Zion. The man who get crime stopper. He the one say, I'm gonna tell you, nobody must take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in the mouth say, oh man, same Zion say, don't take the law in your hand. Me have to come away. It was you who will be the first now to come and me.
Yeah, not true, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Do. Hey, all this time there. Oh man, same Zion, let me get that Jesus for you.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go deep, put it to each
Folks, thank you for rejoining us on the program from the Print News. I'm here. My name is Wendell. Esther Daco is also here, and we're now leaving the shores of Liberia to hear from our LIB partner in Chicago, Illinois, Gus Coleman. Gus, you've been following and listening to all of the stories. Let's hear from you.
Well, when they'll pick a topic and then I'll go from there.
All right, so Esther, let me charge you with a responsibility to do that. So there are a lot of stories we read this morning. You heard from the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police that, the protesters at the King George this gone weekend was, they actually, according to what we read, they had some single barrel guns that they use on the police. So the police had to retaliate by, gunning down 2 persons.
But first of all, Wendell, should people go to a protest with carrying life?
So I don't know, because we haven't seen the single barrel guns being displayed. So we will have to do all we can to follow up on that, because I'm told they're going to put up a video footage where you will see in the video somebody was trying to, load their gun, and the other person was already in readiness.
Right, exactly. And that's what we need to, maybe this is not a bad topic to follow up on, because if you truly believe that's what happened, and this will be a first of its kind too in Liberia, where protesters were armed, against police, because we've never seen that in Liberia. So why would this be happening now? So that's something we probably want to dive into.
Let's see what we can. Let me see what I can make contact with the police spokesperson, because I'm told Moses Carter is still in charge. And Moses, if you are listening, please, you need to call and just make some clarity on this assertion made by your boss, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Coleman, that the protesters were carrying guns, single barrel guns. So the police had to do all they can to defend themselves by using live bullets on them. That took away the lives of 2 persons and several others wounded. So folks, I think we and I'm also hearing from street sellers, that the prices of basic commodities is skyrocketing. People are complaining. In other areas you go, there's no stable price for a bag of rice.
Right?
Yes, some places, I was listening to somebody this morning who called on our sister show this morning, that some parts in Nimba, you will go and buy a bag of rice for 3,600. Other places you go, you buy for more than that.
Wow.
So I don't know.
And rice is our staple food.
Yeah, this rice thing.
I haven't bought rice since December, so I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between when I bought it December and when what's the selling
Because I know
now.
you're always buying stuff for 2 to 3 months, so you have
Right,
enough
so-
rice in the house. So
Of course.
yeah.
And so
And we're also hearing about those of you who are, drivers, commercial drivers, those of you who are commuters from one point to another. I don't know whether from ELWA Junction to Broad Street before the Unity Party government could come in, how much they used to pay and how much they are now paying.
have to pay a change.
I don't know, because people are saying the price
So
of a gallon of gasoline has increased.
What I know from ELWA Junction to Central Town is 200. That's what
200.
Yes.
The current fare from Broad Street to
Well, when I was there last week. Last week Friday? Yeah,
okay,
last
so that
week
what you
Friday.
paid.
200 from there to town.
So how much
So
you
it's
used to
$250 from Dupont Road to town.
from Dupont Road
Mhm.
to town? It's $250.
Yeah. From Panosville Junction to town is $150. That has
Do you remember how much you used to pay before Joseph Boakai government came into being?
Of course.
How much you used to pay from there?
It was actually the same fare.
The same fare.
Yeah, but things been changing when
Mhm. That's why
So-
I'm saying those who are listening, who are commuting from
So-
that point
so,
to
yeah.
Central Monrovia can call in. And,
portion of President Weah's government, we were paying $150 from our Boulevard Junction
Mhm.
to come to town.
To town.
Yeah,
Okay.
and a portion two, we used to pay the same $150 for
So these are specific routes we want to know.
When
Like,
gasoline price
Mhm.
climbs up, when the other people carry their price up, they don't bring it down.
yeah.
It
So-
remains there.
So I don't know how much people paying now on a taxi cab from Douala to Broad Street. How much are they paying from Point Fort Junction? Because you see a lot of people boarding the buses in the morning from Point Fort Junction.
That's what happened. A lot of people ride
Yeah.
buses
So yeah.
these days.
So I was asking somebody the other day, and he did not give me the right fare. He said sometimes they pay 50. It all depends. But if you are listening, folks, before Gus come in, we want you to call and tell us how much it used to be before and how much is now. So let's compare and see, because we want to know how much you're paying on a taxi cab from Douala to Broad Street now, and how much you used to pay during George Weah administration. So these are the things that we want to know from you. So you can call in and make your contribution. But let's go back to Gus. Gus wants to chip in, then we take
Yeah,
calls.
Wendell, I don't want to skip the topic. I think the topic should still be on that King George thing, because this right here is not enough, because Liberian people are very used to us talking about something and stopping and not continuing on this. And I think that's what Conor Gregory, Coleman, and them are expecting also. But
Yeah.
again, like I said, I've never seen in Liberian history, even during our war days, after Madame Salif in 2005, 2006, 7, or whatever, any protest, I don't remember people having guns. I don't remember people, especially in our interior, to have a gun with police people. I've never seen that. We're asking the government to show us evidence of that, because in the absence of that, whatever he stated there is bogus, and we're not going to stop. The people of King George should be able to call and contact us and see what's going on. Mr.
It's
Coleman,
good. That's true. It's a good thing that
Yeah.
we talk about this King George thing. Like the IG said, that were guns that were protesters. They fire at the police, and so the police had to retaliate. But guys, we sometimes discuss. Sometimes we discuss wide range of issues.
Oh, I agree.
I know this King George thing is more important, but let us not forget our folks are also complaining about the transportation
the issue of
fare.
price and all of
Yeah,
that.
the rates
Oh, no,
and
we can add it on.
so we can add it up, and then so we can go to the lines now
Right.
and take your calls. So you listen. We talking about the prices of basic commodities we've been told is skyrocketing, and the issue in Grand Cape Mount County. We listened to the press conference held over the weekend by the Inspector General Conor Coleman, that the reason why they had to use live bullets on the protesters because there is a video footage, I'm told, in their possession that they have guns, the protesters, and somebody fired at the police, and so the police had to retaliate. In their retaliation, they were able to gun down 2 persons. So so far so good. That's our talking points for today. So you want to join in? Call us on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. And for those of you outside Liberia, call us on +231 86 500 104. And if you're listening and you want to watch, those of you watching, let me just put it this way. Those of you watching, you want to drop your comments, drop them there. Esther will read them out for us. So
Exactly.
let's go to the phone lines. And please, you have to be brief in your contribution. Our first caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
You give us feedback, then we'll cut you off.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right. Please state your name and your address.
Davidson Town, calling from Clarkstown.
All right, go ahead. Take a minute to make your point.
Yeah, I want to speak on the prices issue.
Okay, so let's hear from you.
Yeah, the transportation from here to the junction to town is still 200.
It's 200.
Yes, from red light to Moreover, red light to Borough is still 200, the same way it used to be before the election.
Okay, so are you talking about on a taxi cab, right?
Yeah, and $100 on bus.
On bus from Painesville to Central Town.
Yes, because the gas price is still the same. Gas price still in 700 something the same way before the election. They are not going up.
Yeah, some places you go, you pay $800.
Yeah, but I think I asked that of the city, but now if you even walk around, you see it. So.
My man, in the city center, yeah, we buy gas too, so we know. I bought gas the other day for $800 a gallon. All right, so thank you for your contribution, my friend. There from Clara Town. Let's take another person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, bro. I come here.
I'm fine. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. We don't have much time. Let's hear you.
Yeah, bro. No, my name is George. George Street. I'm joining you from Water Street.
Go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, myself. I riding keke, but let's say from Douala to Brush, still charging the same 150. Then Texas still charging the same 50.
So how much the same price people used to pay before George Weah left power, that the same fare you're charging?
Yeah.
So from Douala to town is somewhere on the keke.
Charge $150.
$150.
Yeah, but I wanna make a quick issue. I want to understand something.
Yeah, let me understand it now. Go ahead. Let me hear you quickly.
My brother talk about the gas issue. When you go to the gas station, you see what the past government help Calabro who start inputting gas. So they were able to help us in the extent that if you get late mini gas, you can open it and at least you pay your gas bill $800, $820. But if you go to the mini gas in the petrol trading, you buy $850, $870 just like what I said.
That's what I know. That's what I know because the gas price is not stable. You go somewhere, you will find seven something. You go you find 800, sometimes 800 plus.
The people are selling to us for 800. That is for them who doesn't have gas station and who the past government give at least letting those people gas. Because I was listening to the video points concerning the statement when it must wear pass. It will be bad for us. We because the poor who produce gas, who get a small money, they produce gas for all the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, when they send it back to that people, then they will be buying gas half fresh.
Thank you.
Yeah, thinking also to that because they are very helping us, the common people who produce small gas in the country, they helping us.
Thank you. Let's take it. Hello. Oh, no, I will not take you with that kind of callback. What kind of nonsense is that? Hello. I'll cut you off. You call with feedback. I cut you off since you want to be that rude or disrespectful. Let's talk to this person. Hello. Yeah, Rosetta, it's good having you. We're talking about the King George situation and the skyrocketing of prices on the Liberian market.
Yeah, but I finally going to start on the show. That's why I want to be on the show.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Like when I be in Kinshasa, people say I'm a soul. Other people trying to not face the current issue, but facing you criticize the former leadership, and that's why the people voted even the matter of why he said in the course of their campaign. So why refer Josh? We are in the current situation. Josh and police all everything never kill people as the Kinshasa in situation that people when they were protesting during his time. But in your time, people were killed and you started. How the people about it? Not calling the social system. That's a sickness. It's all into the 11. November 7th, I can never forget. When they started to kill people, they started burying people on the beach. Not calling the social system, lying on the PQ. They are always do this for that. When it comes to the political issue, so where I come from, I used to pay $200 to get the capital building, but now I pay $250.
Where play you can come from?
From rehab. On the former president era for rehab, I was paying $200 capital building, but I think $450. If I reach the time, I pay $300. So when it comes to the rest is not full for $18. I'm getting money from rehab before buying it for $80.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rosetta, for that contribution. Let's talk to Lady Yeki Masisi. Good afternoon.
Yeah, but I thought it was giving me.
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, but you say how to go.
Nothing accepting it.
You pay accepting about me now. I know you, pa. Let me say how to my daughter Esther. I want you to be in our business. Yeah, window. That is your call your rescue team backing you. And you get the forces here. We beg with about it for 3,150 now. It's 3,500 in Clarendon. You call your people and talk to them. The rescue team are doing well for the Liberian people that voted for them. So to the people that is $50, small when you say your head.
Joey Atama, you used to buy the green. $30.
You buy $30 for a punch, and when you go 3 seconds, hold it.
So in less than one plus, they added $20 to it.
I said 50. When they call it, don't want to say put it up my part put water green. I had to call it chicken greens. I will put it in my papa. Turn it down.
Oh,
So we
wow.
call it all the rescue team back in there from 3,150 to 3,005. Now they think they talk about rescue team. They think the rescue, they know
That's too
all in the
much.
trust to do something about it. Back in Baka and his team. And I don't know what them, but if people get gas, I know 5 million in the account before they bring gas to the country. They're not happy. They make even buy bottle so they buying bottle now. We tell people to get 5 million in the account before they even do gas business. And will be promised to the children.
You say what thing you know? You say what thing you never used to buy before?
He's about pastor, he's about ticket bottle go you go mount to buy red fast and buy it out when go to the
Oh,
bed.
yeah.
He's a whole day. One night, but it's US now so
Okay.
bad they probably get money. Then
See,
you try to
that's
do
small.
something.
Well,
That's not the president how people in this country.
But the inspector general of the police said the protesters in King George have guns. Is that true?
Lord Wendell, that man today, tomorrow, I believe in him. After Archie.
Do you think Gregory Coleman will come to the public and misinform them? Do you think so?
When he come here, when he bring to where stew with rap, because you're hungry. You get your outfit, that's your outfit, the poor house, what you want? Let me show the photo of that gun. Let me show the video. And the poor gun wounded for the police, show the poor gun wounded, when you see the post, and they shoot, I don't pay so like that. Let me show them when the man lie, that man told you give me the last of the people. For what reason we know? That man kill our father, the policy at the house, so then he kills the public and say he shoot on the ground. Then man, yesterday, he killed the police in job. You getting me? The people for the tree, God, we are on the fire.
That incident. Okay.
They get it for that.
Thank
For
you.
what reason? You not doing our Joseph.
Thank you.
We bet you taking the rescue, please rescue all the rest. I think the either go get for go to school.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lady Yeke, known as Masisi. Let's talk to this caller. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Then you take a minute.
Yeah, people winter for some security reason. I'm not going to call me.
Well, go ahead with your contribution. Let's hear you.
All right. For the issues with King George, if the police.
Hello. What's happening to this caller, man? What's happening?
Hello.
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You were breaking up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying what happened to King George over there. If the police are saying they still had gun, then I don't think they're here to elaborate because what we witnessed it was when the police the protest and the protesters they told them.
Oh my gosh, this caller is providing.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, when the protester, when they shoot the protester, the tear gas finished from the police. That was the time they begin to shoot the last border, and the team were waiting over there. We did not saw any gun with protester. What we saw was police stole them, and they stole them.
Okay.
I'm telling you, living story. I'm not saying they. I was there on the scene. I was watching them. What they were when we were standing there. Even one of my friends was going like, there was no single barrel come to any protester. They were stoning the protester, and it seemed that the protesters stoning them with rock. That's why we watched. There was no gun.
Okay.
Then the one started shooting.
Okay.
So that when we witness all that, so if any police come on and say the protester has single barrel gun, I don't think so. We didn't see that.
Okay. Thank you very much. And that was also condemned by the former president, the incident that took place in King George. Let's take this caller, then we can squeeze in 3 calls and go to Esther to get our comment section. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name and where you join us from?
I'm calling for Joan in this afternoon, Mr. Ralph Lange.
Go ahead, Rab, a minute.
With the issue with the transportation issue, from Broad Street to Edward Junction is 200 happening. And from Broad Street to Red Lake is 250. All right.
Okay.
From Broad Street to Edward Junction is 250. All right.
On a taxi cab?
On a taxi Kevin, and I go on a Kevin cab from Broad Street straight to VOA. I pay 250 because of the distance. All right, there is nothing have been changed. For the bus, for those buses, I'm not catching the buses in the fair, but for take day, that's the day we can pay from Georgia Day or to just a human worker day. So there's nothing that have been changed. And with the issue of the protest in Grand Kima County, I want actually the incident I'm happy and it's a sad situation. I think protestation in our country will not solve any problem. All right, it will solve any problem. The right thing to do is to channel your grievance through your leaders. That country got represented, they got senators. I think when you channel your grievance through your senators and those are representing you, I think you get a fruitful result.
Thank
but
you.
if you take the law into your own hand and go to your company and set the whole place, we are steady things to happen. Right? But what happened already happened. Just pray that you find a suitable solution to that.
But the Constitution provides that you can peacefully assemble.
And
It doesn't say is that you should use live bullets.
And besides that, the people have been talking about this for a long time.
Peacefully, and that'll be fine. Just give the grievance, on the.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Nimler.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Lawrence Sopa. You're supposed to go qualify the oral.
All right, 1 minute, sir. Let's hear you.
Mr. Nimler, I think the police and the company showing up pictures of the polluting their property, right? Have they ever showed anything about shooting at the police officers? So, so now while our brother is talking some things, what I can say, I'll be asking myself, you were not there before you will move on them. When you move on them, what happens to your own position in life? You want lie every time to make yourself ready because of your job. You forced to work at that particular time. You saw the talk said, you get in that with the information minister. Get actually tell on this show the world, all the Nigerian people about anybody with single barrel or even quality or even nice. Issue the people on your own will. The police see they were afraid. I'm looking at it on YouTube. The police get out of the barricade in the compound of the company.
Okay.
They're not showing anyone that they put into the compound of the company that the police were there. Police came down.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the line and talk to our overseas caller. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Nimland. How are you? This is Aliyu Masale.
It's good having you, Aliyu Masale from Maryland, USA. Let's hear your contribution.
Thank you. The issue there, I heard somebody said that President Weah is the cause for what happened in Kinjor because he allowed people to have arms to protect the company. out that place.
Mm.
So they can take the gold from the gold room, put it on the chapel. When they build the spring fee, you can tell me millions of dollars